Governor, let me ask you about the ongoing debate within your party as to how to define itself after President Bush leaves office. There's been a long-running dialogue between supply-siders who want to cut taxes, who care less about the deficit, and those who think that fiscal responsibility, balancing the budget, remains an important priority. I want to ask you, in the context of a practical debate over the alternative minimum tax, just recently, Democrats pushed through a bill in which they patched the AMT, protected 19 million Americans for it, but because the White House insisted they did not finance that break, they wanted to do it by raising taxes on hedge fund managers. You're running as the populist in the Republican race. Do you think that they should have paid for it by raising those taxes on carried interest for hedge fund managers, or do you think they should have just added it onto the deficit, which is what Congress did?
No, you don't want to add taxes. I know that I think sometimes it's a little ridiculous when hedge fund managers make 2,500 times what the average person, but taxing them doesn't fix anything. In fact, you know, John, my proposal on taxes is don't tax them at all. Don't tax anybody for their income. You ought to encourage productivity. And it's not just for hedge fund managers. You ought to encourage productivity and work for everybody, whether it's somebody working for $8 an hour or somebody who's making $8,000 an hour. Tax them at the point of consumption. And if we did that, we would have a completely different kind of economy that would actually grow, and it would bring a lot of investment, probably $10 trillion that's parked offshore, bring it home. That's what we need to be talking about. It's not new taxes that we need. It's a new tax system. So 80% of Americans realize our tax system is completely broken.
So, Governor